Hey everybody, it's Soaping Sunday, and today the hope is that I will be able to take the little tiny goat soaps that we made and place them inside of the soap that I'm gonna make today, and hopefully successfully have a soap with a surprise goat on the inside. Now the last time I put a embed inside of my soap, the soap cracked. It was a fail, it didn't work. But I have a trick up my sleeve today. I'm hoping, using a little bit of 91% alcohol spritzed on the little goat, I'm hoping that will help it slip right into the soap batter and it'll harden and adhere to it. We're gonna try it. We can only try. And hopefully when we unmold it tomorrow, hopefully there will be no cracking and we'll have a surprise goat on the inside. Now I did run out of some of my natural colorants, so I did do a little shopping at Whole Foods and I picked up some organic powdered spirulina to get that green color where I make the grass piping on the soap. I couldn't make it on the last batch of soap because I did not have enough spirulina, so I'm hoping this 4-ounce bag is gonna last a while. And then those cute little goats I was making with cocoa powder, I only had a small little packet of it and picked up this 8-ounce jar of it. So I'm hopeful that this is gonna last a while and we'll get a lot of little goats out of it. Now I did cut out the little tiny goats and it was very challenging to get in between the little hooves and cut it out. I'm hoping that I can get it to stay together inside the soap. So that'll be another thing we're gonna try. But they're very small, very fragile and dainty, so we'll get there, we'll get there. Let's make some soap. Okay, I have my oils melted and measured out, ready to go. I also have my frozen goat's milk and lye melted and mixed together. I'm going to add salt because that has been a key ingredient to helping the soap unmold from our clear slab mold. I did run into a little bit of an issue. I was going to make a large amount of soap, but I didn't have enough lye left. So I need to get some lye ordered. So I took the amount of lye that I had left and I calculated a recipe around that to make a small batch of soap with what lye I had left. So I'm measuring out my salt for 1 teaspoon per pound of oils. So we have about a pound and a half of oils here today. So I'm just going to do 1.5 teaspoons of salt to my goat milk soap and lye. So I'm just going to mix that together. And I've been keeping track of the temperatures of the oil and the milk lye mixture because I want them to be right around the same temperature when I mix them together. So this is at 88.5 and the oils are at 90.5, so really close in temperature. So that's what we're looking for. I want to get my essential oils ready to go because the saponification process sometimes goes quick. So having everything ready to go before you mix them together, I've learned the hard way to get it done beforehand. So we'll do lavender and lemongrass. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside for after. Okay, now that everything is ready to go, we are going to mix our goat milk and lye salt mixture in with our oils. I do like to give both a quick mix with the hand mixer before I combine them, just to make sure that everything is mixed well together. And of course, when working with a chemical like lye, always make sure you get protection for your eyes, gloves for your hands. and it's a good idea to wear full-length clothing just to avoid any burns on your skin. Okay, we're starting at 84 degrees at this point. I like to note the temperature beforehand and make sure that the actual chemical reaction is occurring by seeing that temperature rising up. That's important to make sure that you're creating the correct saponification to get this to trace so that you can produce soap. All right, it took about 15 minutes for this to mix well together and start to form a light trace. And I did see the temperature rise up, so I'm happy to see that occurred. So now we're gonna add in our essential oils. I'm just going to hand stir these in because I've found that using the hand mixer to mix them in, it tends to speed up the trace more, and I don't want this soap to get chunky before I get a chance to get the embeds in there and the designs made on top. So I'm just going to gently fold this in here. Until I can see that it's actually mixed in together without over mixing it. It smells so good. That lavender and lemon combination is just so nice. Okay, we had just enough batter to make 7 bars of soap, but not enough to do anything extra, any grass or anything like that. So I just put 2 embeds on top of each soap so they each have butterflies or dragonflies or moths on top to make them look nice. Next time I'm going to make sure I have the lye so I can do the bigger batch. But let's see what we've got tomorrow when we unmold it. I'll see you then. Alright, it's the next day. I'm a little nervous, but I'm really hopeful that this will unmold without cracking. Here we go. It's successfully unmolded. These first 3 are the ones that have the little goats in them. And while I can see a seam on each side, it's not an actual crack. So I'm actually thrilled that it didn't crack the soap in half. So that's really awesome. I think once this is cured, I'll be able to maybe shave it a little bit and smooth it out. But to have a surprise goat in the middle, it's so exciting. I'm so happy it worked out. But when you look at the 2, you can see the difference, that this one has an embed inside, this one doesn't. So it's completely smooth here. This one has a seam, but that's okay with me. That'll actually help me to know which one has a surprise in it. So that means moving forward, I can make more embeds for inside. So that's gonna open up a whole world of opportunities for making more creative soap surprises on the inside. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you next week for Soaping Sunday. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to farm a wicked awesome farm? Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm and we'll show you. Yeah, welcome to our show.